Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Bullet on Fire 12 and welcome to some Call of Duty World at War. In today's video I'm going to be talking about COD WW2 and I'm going to be giving some first impressions of what I think about the game and talking about some more information that I've learned about the game from the people that got to play it out at E3 this year. For my first impression of what I think about this game, it's very positive actually. I think this game looks really good. I'm very excited about this game, to be honest, and over the last few years I've not really been that keen on the new COD games that have been coming out, and to be honest I have lost interest with these futuristic games that have been coming out. It was fine to do it for a bit because it was different and we'd not seen it before, but the trouble was they all did futuristic games, all of the developers, and for me I lost interest very quickly. It just got boring and I just didn't find those games fun, and that's why I didn't play them. Normally I would always play whatever COD game came out, and I'd play it. I'd always get to the max rank because I like to complete things and I like to get to the top rank. But it just got to a point where I just had enough of it and I just didn't bother. But this game, this feels different, and that's good. I think it's going to get a lot of people very interested, and to me, from watching all the footage that I've seen on the internet, this game, it feels like an updated World at War. When I compare the two games together, it does feel like an updated World at War. Because these games share the same setting, it does feel that way with the updated graphics, the guns, the maps, but they do have different features, and of course, one of the features that they share separately is the Divisions feature, and something else is the War game mode, which is something new that I've learned quite recently. In COD WW2, there's going to be a game mode called War, which was in World at War, but this game mode is going to be slightly different from the World at War one. In COD WW2, it's going to be different for each side. So if you're going to be on the attacker team, then you've got to complete some mini tasks to progress through the map, and you've got to get to your final objective. And an example of this final objective is destroying some anti-aircraft weapons. And if you're on the defending team, you've got to do whatever you can to stop the attacking team from getting to that final objective in order for you to win. And this feels very similar to the Rush game mode in Battlefield 3, where each team has got a different objective. The defending team in the Rush game mode in Battlefield has to stop the attackers from planting bombs onto objectives, and if they can stop them from doing that, they end up losing all their tickets, I think it's called in Battlefield, if I remember correctly. And if you get the tickets down to 0, then the defending team wins, but the attacking team has got to keep pushing to get those bombs planted and let them blow up. And if they manage to destroy the first 2 objectives, then they progress further into the map and they keep going and going until all of the objectives are destroyed. So it does feel a little bit similar to the Rush game mode in Battlefield 3, but the mini tasks are what makes it different. So if you're going to be on the attacking team in COD WW2 on the War game mode, an example of a mini task you've got to do is to rebuild a bridge that's going to be somewhere on the map, and you've got to build it in order for you to get across it, because if you don't rebuild it then you cannot get across. So it's very interesting how they've done this, and also something to mention, the maps that you'll have to play on for this new War game mode, these maps are specifically made only for this game mode, which is kind of similar to the Modern Warfare 3 face-off maps. Those maps were specifically small maps for small teams of people, so they're kind of going back onto that route in a sense. So I think this new War game mode will be very interesting. I think it's going to be a good game mode, especially from the footage that I've seen as well. I think it's a very interesting addition, and I support this decision that Sledgehammer Games actually went about with this War game mode. Now, to talk a little bit more about the divisions in this new game, we've learned a little bit more now. So, as we know, divisions are replacing the creator class system, but it's not that bad, to be honest. I've learned a little bit more about it, and each division, which there are 5 divisions, and I talked about this in my previous World War II video, there are 5 divisions, each of those divisions has got 2 separate classes that you can choose. Now, you are allowed to still customise whatever weapon you want to choose, as well as putting the attachments on, etc, etc, like we have been doing for so many years now with the create class system in previous COD games. However, this is where it starts to get a little bit different. So instead of having perks, you have basic training, division training, and division skills. And as far as I know, you can't customise these. These will be already pre-made for you on each of the division classes, and you can't change them. Now, what these 3 things are, they're basically still perks, but multiple perks combined together to make a super perk, if you want to think of it that way. So an example of this is in one of the infantry division classes, you've got a combination of tactical mask and extreme conditioning put together. Now obviously extreme conditioning, we know what that is, it gives you a bit more unlimited sprint, and tactical mask protects you from things like flashbangs and stun grenades. So it's kind of a bit like that. So that would be kind of interesting how that's going to work out with the combinations that they have put together for each of these divisions. There have been some concerns though that I have listened to from other people's videos on this, where they've said that they just want to make sure that the balancing is right on some of these divisions, because I can see how it could get maybe a bit out of hand and maybe a little bit too powerful, or maybe in some cases a bit too underpowered. But we'll have to see how that goes from perhaps the multiplayer beta. I do think that nothing is complete just yet in this game, and certainly when the beta does come out, we'll get feedback if maybe things are too powerful, or if things are maybe not too powerful enough, and maybe things need to be buffed or nerfed. We'll have to see how that goes. It is a bit of a shame that you can't customise perks in this game. At least you can still do it with weapons, but at the same time I'm kind of interested to see how these pre-made perks that are combined together are going to work out in this game. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but it is kind of interesting, and I do feel that maybe it won't be too bad. Maybe it'll be something that we will actually like. But like I said, nothing is complete just yet. You know, they're still in development on this game, and when the beta comes out, we'll be giving feedback then. We'll find out if things are too powerful and need to be nerfed, or if things aren't powerful enough and they need to be buffed up. Who knows? There's still lots more things that need to be done before this game is fully complete, and then it will get its full release later down this year. But like I said at the start of the video, I am very, very excited about this game, and I think this is going to be a very good game. There's some brand new changes that, for once, I actually do support. In the past we've had changes that I just don't really support at all, because the games, in my opinion, have just not been very good. But this time I think we're on the right track. This time I think that this is going to be a very popular game. I really do think so, and I really do stand by what I say when I feel like this game is like an updated World at War. I really do feel that this is going to be a good game, because if it feels like an updated World at War, I think this is going to be a very good game. Because World at War was a fantastic game, and if I had to pick what my favourite Call of Duty game of all time would be, it is a very close mashup between Modern Warfare 2 and World at War, and I can't decide which one I personally would pick as my favourite, because I do love both of those games quite a lot. That is everything that I'm going to be talking about in this video. So those are my first impressions about COD WW2 and some more information that we've learned about the game. Let me know what you think about this game down in the comment section below. Do you support the ideas that Sledgehammer has done with this game? Let me know about that down in the comment section below, and I will try and keep you guys posted with more information about this game when it comes out. I may not be the first to post about it because I only post 2 times a week, but I will try my best to still make videos on it when I can. That's where I'm going to wrap up this video. Thank you all for watching this video, and if you've liked it, remember to leave a like, rating and subscribe if you are new. But for now, it is goodbye from me. but I shall see all of you guys very soon with my next video. So take care guys, and goodbye.